Welcome to Spanish Fork Complex. We're still trying to get some rosters put together, and the first pitch has been thrown. So Emery just barely got here. Now Delta is batting. Riley Callister hit one to shortstop, thrown out at home, or excuse me, at first base. So it's a 6-1 first out for the Delta Rabbits. That bat now, Abby Chase, number 14, playing third base today. Abby Chase takes a swinging strike there. And try and get some information to you as we get settled down here. Abby Chase ends up with a .343 batting average on the year and has a triple and 6 doubles. Swinging strike there, so it's a strike 3 to Abby Chase. And first strike out of the game, second out of the inning. Pitching for Emery, number 1, Aspen Taylor, and throwing a nice ball there to get her first strikeout. That'll bring Catherine Anderson to the batter's box. Catherine Anderson wearing number 17. She first pitched foul down the line. Be strike 1 to Anderson. And Katerina Stepanoff will be on deck, and Kaylee Stansworth will be in the hole. Waiting for the next pitch. Popped up in the air over the shortstop's head. She's ranging back for it. It's going to drop in between. Base hit for Catherine Anderson for the first hit of the ball game. Puts a runner on for Delta. Runner at first base. 2 away here in the inning. That'll bring to bat the number 4 batter, number 13, Katerina Stepanoff, a sophomore. And Stepanoff, .373 average. She takes a called strike 1 on the first pitch. Again, runner at first base, 2 away. Pitch is going to be high and outside. Ball. That'll be a 1-1 count to Stepanoff. This is in the 1-loss division here between Emery and Delta here. Strike. Swinging strike. It'll be 1-2 the count now. Again, just getting started. Top of the first inning here between Emery and Delta. Swing and strike. Strike 3. That'll be it. Second strike out of the inning. Third out. And that'll be the end of the top of the first inning with 1 runner on, 1 hit, and 1 left on base. No errors. And that's the end of the top of the first. We'll be right back.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure
Welcome back here to
professionals.
Spanish Fork Complex as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. Delta went down. We got a base hit, but they went down with 1 runner on. They got 1 hit and no errors with 2 strikeouts in the top half. Pitching for Emery is Aspen Taylor. Did a nice job of that. Now Emery will come to bat. Pitching for the Delta Rabbits, Alexis Curtis, number 10. She'll be throwing for Delta. Alexis Curtis, a senior. And left-hander coming off out of the circle. Batting for Emery, Erilyn Allred. First pitch is high. Tries to throw the changeup. It goes high. Erilyn Allred. And she has a batting average of .386 on the year. Another pitch. Going to get that outside corner, looks like. Called strike 1 against Allred. And again, nice pitching there by Alexis Curtis. Lexi Curtis tries to throw that off speed again, but it rises high this time. It'll be a ball. And it'll be next pitch on the way. Going to be hit down the third base line. One hopper easily fielded at third base. Fielded by Abby Chase, throw across the mound to the field to Madison Bliss for the out. Scoring home, that would be a 5-3 out, first out of the inning. Brings Kezia Johnson to the batter's box with Tylee Norton on deck and Braylon Wild in the hole. And Johnson steps in with one out. Going to be a call on that. Nope, they're going to call that a ball. The umpire has a bit of a delayed call, so it's hard to call it right off. And Johnson comes in with a .385 batting average. Going to be another dribbler, one hopper to the third baseman, taken again across the mound. Once again, 5-3 put out there. Nice job by Abby Chase to Madison Bliss. Second out of the inning, 2 down, quick 1-2. That'll bring to bat Tylee Norton. And Tylee Norton comes in with a .403 batting average and 6 home runs on the year. So good pop here out of Norton. Hits this one into the left center field, taken on the run by the center fielder. That's Kaylee Stansworth, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Delta Rabbits as they take him down in order, 1-2-3, and that's a fly out to number 8 for the third out of the inning. So a quick first inning, unlike the previous softball game that took forever. 10 runs scored in the first inning in the other one. Just to catch you up to date a little bit in the 3A, where we're at right now as we change battery here, Manti and Grand County undefeated thus far, and will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. in one semifinal. Grantsville also in South Summit in the other one as the undefeateds. Dropping down to the bottom, you've got Union right now playing against Jueb in the other field. You've got Emery against Delta here. Carbon against Providence Hall over on the other complex, and Morgan and North Sanpete also on the other complex. So the losers of these 4 drop-down games, we call them, they are finished for the year. The winners will move on to play each other. The winner of this ball game will play the winner of Union Juab at 4:45 later today. So they don't get much of a rest here once you get in this drop-down division. In the other game, the Carbon Providence Hall, Morgan North Sanpete winners will also play at 4:45. And in the 2A, in the drop-down division, Miller's still alive. They'll play Altamont at 4:45. And I'm not sure, Parowan against North Severe Wayne is going on right now, and Parowan Paiute going on right now. And the winners of those those two games will play at 4:45 also. In the winners division in 2A is Gunnison and Beaver and Duchesne and Enterprise. So first up to bat here in the second inning, quickly up, is Kaylee Stansworth, the center fielder, as she takes a swinging strike on the first pitch there. And on deck is Tatum Akins and Madison Bliss in the hole. Ball hit down the right field line. Looks like it's going to tail off foul, and indeed it drops in foul. So that'll be 2 strikes against Stansworth. And nice pitching by Aspen Taylor of Emery, little right-hander. We'll try and set some defensive positions for you as we go. Aspen Taylor, of course, the pitcher for Emery. Another foul ball off to the right-hand side. The catchers, Erilyn Allred, and the first base, Kezia Johnson. Second base, Cambry Jensen. Third base, Braylon Wild. Shortstop, Taylor Price. Left field, Cheyenne Jensen. Pitch coming to the plate, popped up to the left side, just over the shortstop's head. And another one of those little bloopers, little Texas leaguers, just over the shortstop's head. And Kaylee Stansworth gets a hit. She'll be on first base. Leadoff batter on base. It'll bring Tatum Eakins to the batter's box. I keep saying to the line, but this is not basketball. So they can't come to the line unless it's the batter's box line. First pitch is going to be a called strike to Eakins. Madison Bliss is on deck. Nobody out here. Finishing up for Emery, the center fielder is Janessa Weston. Foul ball away. And the right fielder is Tylee Norton for Emery Spartans. So once again, Delta right now with 2 hits in the ball game. They got 1 out of Catherine Anderson in the first inning, and now the leadoff batter here in the second, Kylie Stansworth. Battling in there is Akins as she fouls off another one. Be 2 strikes on her as she fouls them off back to the screen. As we mentioned, Madison Bliss on deck and Alexi Curtis in the hole, the pitcher for Delta. It'll be popped up. Looks like a catcher's got a chance. It is in foul territory. And they let it drop in. and it drops in and bounces foul, and it's going to be nothing but a high strike there. And the catcher gave it up to the pitcher. The pitcher looked at the catcher. It bounced, but lucky for them, it had enough spin that it bounced out foul. No one touched it in fair territory, so we'll start over and do it again. Pitch on the way, fouled away again. Akins continues to battle in there. Akins is just a junior, has a 286 batting average. She does have 3 doubles on the year and 5 RBIs. Going to hit this one down the line if it stays fair, and it does stay fair. A nice little base hit down the line. They're not hitting the ball hard, but they're hitting it over the infielders just enough to get base hits. So that's the 3rd hit of the game there for the Delta Rabbits, and it moves Stansworth to second base. You have Akins is standing at first base, and Madison Bliss comes to the batter's box. And still in the circle, Aspen Taylor. High and outside, ball 1 to Bliss. Bliss is another junior with a 255 batting average and 4 doubles on the year with 10 RBIs. And has to get out of the way of that one. Nearly got her. It'll be ball 2 here. Top of the 2nd inning here, early in the ball game. Umpires now calling timeout. They got somebody out of the dugout down there on the 3rd base line. Yeah, they get that straightened up. So here we go. 2-0 the count here to the batter Bliss. With Stansworth and Akins on base. High and outside, ball 3. So a great spot for Delta to be able to load these up. Need some patience by the batter. You wonder if the coach will turn them loose with a 3-0 count. Go ahead and swing away. Sometimes you get a great pitch there. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, pitch right down the middle, called strike. 3-1 the count, still in the batter's favor. She can be picky. The pitcher has the pressure. They got to put one across there. They can't be messing around here. Swing and a miss, good pitch. He took something off of that one and pulled the string. Full count now to Bliss. So good job by the pitcher battling back into this thing from a 3-0 count to a full count. And swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a great job by the pitcher battling back out of that. Looked to be in real trouble. 3-0 count, throw 3 consecutive strikes. The last one a swinging strike to get the batter. One away here. Brings Lexi Curtis, the pitcher, to the batter's box with McKenna Smith on deck, the number 9 hitter. Left-handed batter here, throws the ball thrown on the outside corner. Nice dig out there by the catcher, Erilyn Allred, to keep that one in play and not let the runners advance here. Curtis stands in the left side. Pitch is going to be a little bit high there, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Taylor with the pitch. Outside and low, ball 3. Here we go again. To Bliss went 3-0, and then Taylor worked back out of it. Now Curtis is at a 3-0 count. We'll see if Taylor can work back out of that. Outside, ball 4, loads them up. So not able to get it back that time as she gives up a base on balls to load them up. That advances Akins to second and Stansworth to 3rd. So it's bases loaded here. Now they're going to bring in, it looks like a speed-up runner. Coming in to run for Curtis will be number 20. Lucy Nickel will come in to run for Curtis, a speed-up rule for pitchers and catchers. So Nickel on to run. At the plate, McKenna Smith, the number 9 hitter. Swing and a miss at a low one. That's a strike. 1 down, bases loaded, 0-0 the score, top of the 2nd. Delta challenging and threatening. Another swing and a miss, strike 2. So Aspen Taylor not going to go the full count route this time. She comes with 2 quick strikes right there to McKenna Smith. Strike 3. That's a good pitch in there. She pulls something off of that one again. So that's another strikeout. McKenna Smith goes down the 2nd out. And that takes us back to the top of the order now. Riley Callister will be up first time up. She hit it to the shortstop. And that's a ball to Collister. So then she'll come again. Inside. Ball two. Oh, called strike on the inside corner. And I apologize. I'm not trying to call it for the umpire, but she gives no indication. It's a very delayed, deliberate call. And it's hard to tell what she's calling. It looked like a ball. Inside and low. Ball two. 2-1 the count. 2 down. Bases loaded here for Delta. Here in the top of the second inning. Aspen Taylor in the circle. Ball hit sharply to shortstop. Shortstop up with it across the diamond to first base, and that'll be it. As that ball fielded nicely by Taylor Price and goes across the field to Kezia Johnson, and that'll be it. So Delta threatens, but they don't get anybody in. And that's the end of 1.5 here. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second inning here in just a second.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex. Once again, the 3A state championship drop-down bracket. Emery against Delta. Bottom half of the second inning, score 0-0. And in the first inning, Emery went down 1-2-3. The first 2 batters went to third base across to first base. And the last one was a fly out to Steinsworth in center field on a running grab. So it'll bring to the plate Braylon Wild, on deck Taylor Price, and in the hole Janessa Weston. First pitch from the pitcher Alexa Curtis is high and outside, ball 1. Thus far, Emery has not had a base runner. Reaches out and slaps one. That's a good pitch and a good job of fighting that one off. And that's Braylon Wild. 1-1 the count now for Braylon. And Wild on the year has a batting average of .429, but she has 10 home runs in that number 4 slot, and also 4 doubles to go with that. Pitch is a little high. Ball. To go along with that, she has 33 RBIs, does Wild, on the year. She's a senior. Batting in the number 4 hole. Going to pop that up. Catcher's got a play on it, and Basket grabs it. Nice job by the catcher. And the catcher, Riley Callister, makes that first out, a pop up. So F2 is the score for the first out. That brings Taylor Price to the box, batter's box. And Price, also a senior with a .615 batting average, 5 home runs. So good pop there. 22 RBIs on the year. So Taylor Price steps in. Scoreless ball game thus far. Pitch on the outside corner. I don't mean to chuckle. It takes the pitcher, the umpire, so long to make the call. I want to say that's a ball, and then all of a sudden the arm comes up. And waited for that one. That's a ball that time. Took something off, a bit of a curveball, brought it back in, but not far enough to get over the plate. So it's a ball call there. 1-1 the count. Another beautiful pass. Looked like she took something off. No call there. Ball 2. So 2-1 the count here. Hits sharply to third base underneath her glove, going to the left fielder. Center fielder is going to finally pick it up. Quickly back into second, and that was a sharp hit. I think we can award that a base hit there to Price, And that's the first hit of the game for Emery Spartans, and it puts Price at first base now. And Price ripped it. Shortstop was there, but just too hard. Just went by her before she could even react to it, really. First pitch to Weston is a ball, Janessa Weston. And Janessa Weston, a senior also with a .309 average and 2 home runs and 5 doubles, 15 RBIs on the year. Going to hit this sharply down third, but it's going to go foul, just foul. Past the outstretched hands of the third baseman, Abby Chase. Foul ball. Looked like if it had been fair, she would have been in position to pick that one up. So Janessa Weston now with a 1-1 count. And good action by the pitcher, Alexis Curtis. I mean, she seems to have a lot of motion and takes a lot off on some of those pitches. They just kind of float in. That one kind of rolls in there. That's a ball as it hit the ground about 10 feet in front of the pitcher and rolled the rest of the way. 0-0 the score so far. Bottom of 2. She floats that one in there. Okay, ball 4. So, after turning them down 1-2-3 in the first inning, here in the second inning, now a base on balls, a hit by Taylor Price. A base on balls will advance Price to second, Weston at first. Now one out. Cambry Jensen now at the plate. She's the second baseman. They're not wasting any time. First pitch has been made. I did not get an indication of what it was. And Cambry Jensen. That is a ball. Okay, so we know there's at least one ball. Runners at first and second, one away in the inning. Jensen, the number 7 hitter. Cheyenne Jensen is on deck. Ooh, ball. That seems like the strike zone is narrowing. So 2-0 the count. Possibly 3-0. I looked down and may have missed that first one. It was 3-0. They throw the ball down to third on a walk, and the ball goes over the third baseman's head, and the run scores. I don't know why you go to third when it's a walk on the batter, but unfortunately, an unforced error there on a walk is going to score a run. And the walk to Cambry Jensen, and then the throwing error brings the runner across there. That's a unfortunate situation there, as that scores the first run for Emery. So they're ahead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. And again, I was a throwing error by the catcher. Unfortunately, throwing down to third, thought the runner was going, but it was a walk. Pitch on the outside corner, that's a strike. Cheyenne Jensen, the batter. Cheyenne Jensen with a 190 batting average. She's going to hit one on the ground sharply to third. They try to go from the shortstop to third to get the runner at third. It would have been late anyway, but it's a bad throw, and the runner is in safe. So were you going to score that a infield hit or an error? An error on the shortstop. I question the official scorer here, because I think she probably would have been safe at third anyway, but it was probably an E6 on that if you're scoring it, but it advances the runners. Bases are loaded now, and the batter is Aspen Taylor. And Taylor has a .667 batting average. Called strike. Aspen Taylor with a ball and a strike now. Bases loaded. One run across, one away. Taylor. Ball call there. On deck is Erilyn Allred, the leadoff batter for Emery Spartans, who hit it to third base last time on a one-hopper, high bounce, and was thrown out at first. In the dirt, dug out there nicely by the catcher, Collister. And so another ball called, and Curtis in trouble here. Floats one, hits sharply to third. They're going to come home. Get nice play at home to get the out. Well done by the third baseman for Delta. And Abby Chase was up short, caught it on a one-hopper, came home quickly to get that out to cut off a run. So Aspen Taylor will reach, but it's a fielder's choice. It does move Cheyenne Jensen to second, Cambry Jensen to third, and a pop-up on the first pitch by Kezia Johnson to the third baseman. So Delta dodges a bullet there as they get out of it with minimal damage done, just one run, as the nice plays there by the third baseman on a couple of plays there to end it. So after two, it's 1-0 in favor of Emery. We'll be right back.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back here to the Spanish Fork Complex. After two complete innings, Emery has one run on one hit, really, and three left on base. On the Delta side, they've had runners on, but they've yet to score. They have two hits thus far in the ball game, and they've left four runners on base, haven't been able to score them. So also three strikeouts against Delta, as opposed to no strikeouts yet on the Emery side. So Aspen Taylor, the pitcher, and a failed bunt attempt by Abby Chase, just took it off the end of the bat straight back to the backstop for a strike one against Abby Chase. Had the bunt attempt going, batting from the left side, but left the bat out there and didn't, and just come right off the edge of the bat. So she comes around again. This time it'll pop it up. She batting style. Now she's going to switch around to right, but she had the right idea, that kind of that slap or that drag bunt kind of a thing. But she just left the bat hanging instead of making good contact with the ball. So now she'll switch around to the right side. Abby Chase will, and come from the right side with two strikes. Ball's inside. Ball one. And again, Abby Chase with a .343 batting average on the year. Pitch is going to be high, ball two. Aspen Taylor has thrown a nice game thus far. She's had runners on, but she's battled out of it. Battled out of a couple of bad situations. It's ball three outside, and here's another one, full count. She's gone full on a number of batters thus far in the ball game. She likes to get to three balls, and then she comes and digs in and comes back with some good pitches. Right there, swinging strike, strike three. So for another strikeout for Aspen Taylor. That's the fourth strikeout of the ball game. First out of the inning. That'll bring Catherine Anderson to the batter's box. And she got a single the first time up. Single, and then was left stranded there on a strikeout for the third out of the inning later on. So we'll see what Anderson can do here. Swinging strike, strike one. Again, on the second pitch last time, Catherine Anderson got the single on the very second pitch. This time the ball's outside on the second pitch, 1-1 the count to Catherine Anderson. Step back in, she's the number 3 hitter. Katerina Stefanoff. So the announcer had to jump all over some of the fans, made life miserable for them. Darn announcers. Ball's going to be hit down the right field line, just over the. They're going to say it's foul. Right behind a bit of a tree. Looked like it was going to land right on the line, but Catherine Anderson right down that right field line. It'll be a foul ball, and they'll come back and do it again. And I don't have a batting average for Anderson here, so can't read it off to you. But batting it And they're going to call strike there. I thought she's going to first base on the walk, but she gives the strikeout sign. So that's another strikeout for Catherine Anderson. That's 2 in a row here for Aspen Curtis. Like I mentioned, she's had some moments at Aspen Taylor, where she's gotten in deep holes, but she's come back strong each time. This one right down the middle, I don't think there's any question about that one being a strike. She's on a roll now. She has 3 strikeouts in, 3 out of the last 4 batters. 4 out of the last 5 batters are strikeouts. 4 out of the last 6, I don't count real well. 4 out of the last, no, it's 5, I was right. Ball in the dirt, ball. Stefanoff batting out of the number 4 position. She struck out in the first inning to be the 3rd out of the inning. And facing Aspen Taylor for the 2nd time here. Swinging strike there. Taylor's in a groove now. Throwing very well. And another strikeout caught looking there. So the last, we'll say it, 5 out of the last 7 batters have been strikeouts. The only one that did not strike out was Callister. Hit it to shortstop and was thrown out at first. And the base on balls to Alexis Curtis. Everything else is strikeouts in the last 2 innings. So that's where it stands. After 2.5, it's 1-0 in favor of Emery. We'll be right back.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee shouldn't mean giving up all the things you love. Thankfully, Central Valley Medical Center's orthopedic team and Zimmer Biomet have a way to keep many patients moving. The new ROSA knee robotic technology allows orthopedic surgeons Dr. Joel Holman and Dr. Chris Karish to personalize the approach to total knee replacement, providing a solution that works for you and your unique anatomy. Visit centralvalleymedicalcenter.com/ROSA or call and make an appointment 435-623-3200. Caring about the community in which we live is important to those at Intermountain Power Service Corporation. The Intermountain Power Project.
You better hurry, there'll be 5 strikeouts. Welcome back to the Spanish Fork Complex. We were mentioning offhand trying to bring it back, and this game's going quick. These pitchers don't waste any time. Boy, they batters step in and the ball's on the way, so we've missed several pitches. Tylee Norton is the batter for Emery. It takes the first pitch is a ball low and in the dirt, and Tylee Norton takes the second one, hits it sharply to shortstop, off her glove into left field, and she'll get on to first base. And that one, I'm afraid that one's going to have to be maybe an error on the shortstop there. And we go error 6 on that. It was a hard shot coming hard at her. She tried to backhand it, but it went off the top of her glove and into left field. So aboard is Tylee Norton, and it brings Braylon Wild to the batter's box. A nice floating pitch in there, looked like called ball. Braylon Wild and Alexis Curtis with nice motion on that ball. And bouncing ball, runner goes. Ball goes underneath the shortstop's glove at second into right center field. Center fielder throws it to third. And so you'll get a stolen base by Tylee Norton. And then an E6 moves her over to third. And that'll be a runner in scoring position now with Wild at the plate. Callister threw that from her knees, looked like it was going to be in time, and it just went underneath the glove of the shortstop into center field there. Another ball hit the third base. They're going to come home for the tag. They get it down. Nice play there. Abby Chase with another great play at third base. Quick decision to come home and cuts the runner down at home. That's a nice play by Abby Chase. That'll be a 5-2 for the first out. Excuse me. And that'll put Braylon Watts at first on a fielder's choice is what that is. And Taylor Price at the in the batter's box. Or am I off a batter here somewhere? I've gone off a batter. Ball hit sharply to shortstop. Shortstop fields it. She's get backhand side, doesn't get it to first in time. That's an infield hit. And the runner able to advance from first all the way around on the fielder's choice. So that puts Tylee Norton at third base. I'll have to get with the official scorer here somewhere. I've lost a batter. So Braylon Wild at first, Tylee Norton at third, and Taylor Price in the batter's box. This time the runner they're trying to draw the throw to second base. Braylon Wild, just 2 pitches in a row, danced between first and second, trying to get him to throw it down to second to score that run from third. Delta was having none of it, and so they allow the runner to move to second base. Now a ball hit well into center field, could be gone, and it is out of here, folks. Home run by number 22, Taylor Price. That's a 3-run home run by Price. Great job of hitting. That's 3 more on the board for the Emery Spartans as they're hitting it big here in this 3rd inning. And 3 on a big home run to left center field. And a nice effort by the center fielder, Stansworth, to try and get to it, but just ran out of room. The fence got in her way. She'll be able to go home and say, I could have had that if the fence hadn't been there. So 4-0 here now with a big 3rd inning for Emery. And at the plate is Janessa Weston. And Janessa Weston, the center fielder. Hits it sharply up the middle. Grabbed by the pitcher. Nice play by the pitcher, Curtis, and she'll go across to, not Chase, but to Bliss for the out. So that's a 1-3 for the second out. And Cambry Jensen will now come to the plate. Jensen, with a base on balls last time, was able to move all the way around to third base before the inning finally ended. But Cambry Jensen stands in and takes ball 1 here in the 3rd inning. Pitcher Curtis floats one. That'll be ball 2. Floats it in there nicely, but to no avail. Ball 2, 2-0. 2 down in the inning. Low and in the dirt inside. Ball 3, 3-0 here to Jensen. Cheyenne Jensen on deck. And Aspen Taylor in the hole. Floats that one in there, and okay, there's the strike call. So it's 2-1. 3-1's the count. She must give us some indication, the umpire, because the batters don't go anywhere. They know it's a ball or a strike. They don't go anywhere. But that's a ball 4 on that one. And Cambry Jensen will run down to first base on a base on balls. Puts a runner on, 2 down with Cheyenne Jensen coming to the plate. Cheyenne Jensen reached on an error in the 2nd inning. Floats one, nothing there. Ball quickly back. And Collister with a great arm. She gets it back, that pitcher, in a hurry. It slows down those runners that think they can play over there on first base. Ball is going to be hit, soft liner into right field. It drops down, and the runner run around second base. She's headed to third base, and so on that single, Cambry Jensen will move to third base. Cheyenne Jensen with the single, and that'll put runners at the corners. Well, excuse me. I dropped my head, and the runner came home. So another E. The ball was dropped. When it came back in, it allowed the runners to advance, and so Cambry Jensen scores, and Cheyenne Jensen goes to second place on the error. And now we have at the plate, we have Aspen Taylor at the plate. She hits one soft liner, shortstop comes up with it. Nice play. So Aspen Taylor will fly out, and that will end the inning, the 3rd out, but not before the damage is done, as Emery is able to come up with 4 big runs in that inning. to extend their lead to 5-0 here as we get ready to start the fourth inning. So 5-0 the score. We'll be back with the start of the fourth.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need, a system I can trust.
Welcome back here to 3A State Championship playoffs. First pitch hit hard to shortstop. Shortstop up with a nice play ranging to her left and is able to throw out the runner. The batter was Kaylee Stansworth. On the very first pitch, she hits to the shortstop, across the mound of the first baseman for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's effective and efficient pitching, and it then saves pitchers' arms and energy when you can do that. Second pitch, foul back. Batting now, number 6, Tatum Akins, and she is the shortstop. The first time up, she reached base and was able to get to second before the inning ended. And so this is her second at-bat. If you might be just joining us, Emery broke out with 4 big runs the last inning. Akins hits it, and they're going to say it was bobbled at first, and so it's going to be safe. Akins hit the ball sharply to shortstop. The throw was made. First base just could not come up with it. It was a low throw, and it dribbled out of her mitts, so she reaches there on the E3. So she's a runner on base, 1 down. Bliss to the batter's box, and Bliss struck out last time up. Swing and a miss here, strike 1. And we mentioned thus far in the ball game before this inning started. We'll get back to it. Ball in the dirt, ball 1. But of the through 3 innings, of the 9 outs registered for Emery, 7 were by strikeout. As Aspen Taylor has thrown well and dug herself out of a jam several times. This is a pop up into shallow center field. Center fielder coming in, drops the ball. They still got a chance at second base, and they do make that play. And so the center fielder drops the ball, Janessa Weston, but standing there next to her was the second baseman, Cambry Jensen, and she wisely picked it up and threw it to the shortstop to get the out at second. So a wise play, almost a catastrophe for Emery, but turns out to be a great play. And so the out will be Akins will be off, and Bliss will be at first. Swing and a miss by Curtis. Big swing, left-handed batter. And then again, another big swing. Nice pitch. Took a little off of it, did Taylor. And it'll be strike 2 against Curtis. Again, we have Bliss at first base. Ball low. Nice dig by the catcher for Emery, Erilyn Allred. Foul back. Way to hang in there, Alexis Curtis. Hanging in there, fouling that one back. 1-2 the count. Top of the 4th here. Delta versus Emery. Top of the 4th, 5-0 in favor of the Emery Spartans. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll be another strikeout That'll be the third out of the inning. So Delta gets a couple of runners on. One gets picked off. The other one is left at first base. So at the end of 3.5, it's Emery 5, Delta 0. And we'll come back with the bottom of the third here. Fourth, excuse me. We'll come right back. I'll figure it out.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. I apologize. We're talking off air that this game is so rapidly paced, both in tempo of the pitching and the fielding, and also game time itself, that I did not believe that we were already at the bottom of the fourth inning, and I kept trying to say third. I had to take some time out to figure it out. And it is indeed, folks, the bottom of the fourth inning already, and a very quickly paced ball game. And bottom of the fourth, Emery coming to bat. They'll start at the top of the lineup. Erilyn Allred will lead off. There's a conference going on between the umpire and the coach down the first base line. Possibly some changes. We don't know yet. On deck will be Kasia Johnson and Tylee Norton in the hole. And if they get beyond that, Braylon Wild will be up fourth in the order. So the umpire and the coach talking. Okay, 24 for Emery is at bat. Number 24 is Tasia Olson. And so that, I guess, is the change they're making. Tasia Olson, number 24, would be batting in the place of Allred. So she stands in to bat in the fourth inning. Will be Olson. And Olson is a junior. She stands in, right-handed batter. Going to take a called ball. Erilyn Allred, I don't know if she'll come back or not, but she has been up twice and reached on a fielder's choice and hit into a 5-3 out in the first inning. So another ball, I believe, called. 2-0. This is going to be high, ball 3. So Olson excited to get an at bat, but so far hasn't had a chance to swing the lumber or the metal in these days. Swings on a 3-0 count, dribbles it down the third base line. Third baseman picks it up. Great play across. They're going to say she was safe. And I thought she made a great play. In retrospect, the third baseman should have let it roll foul, Abby Chase. She picked it up right on the line as it was angling to foul territory, but I thought she'd made a fantastic play. But they get the safe count at first base, so that's an infield hit. And interestingly, swinging on 3-0 count. You usually let those go, but she was swinging. Now coming in, number 11, looks like another change for Emery. Number 11 is up to bat, and that's Michaela Farley, a junior. So Michaela Farley will step in. And she'll be in the place of Kasia Johnson, who is the first baseman. So thus far, the catcher and the first baseman are being batted for. We'll see if they re-enter or if these young ladies will stay in and field the positions. Swing and a miss on the first pitch is Farley. And Farley has a 286 average on the year with a double, just a junior. This one hit sharply between the 5-6 hole and into left field. Throw comes quickly into shortstop. It'll hold the runners to one base. But these two young ladies come off the bench to hit, and both of them with singles here in the ball game. And so good production. They come off the bench cold and make good production and help out here. So 2 runners on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Tylee Norton, and we still got her. We had another change. She hits a sharp one right up the middle, and it's going to go into center field. They're going to send the runner around third base, and coming home is Tasia Olson. So off the bench and in to score, Olson for the first run here in the 4th inning. And it moves also Farley, to second base, and another base hit there by Tylee Norton. So great production, 3 up and 3 hits here to start this 4th inning. Again, I can't believe it's the 4th already. So 1 run across, 2 on, nobody out. Tylee Norton to bat with Braylon Wild, we think, on deck, unless another change has been made. But Tylee Norton, Braylon Wild, and Taylor Price. Swinging strike to Wild. Wild playing third base for Emery. Batting cleanup. Ball outside. So I'm wrong on this. Apparently this is not Wild, but number 15, McKinley Gordon. Another change, so I apologize. I saw the 5, now it's 15, McKinley, and she flies out. So she'll fly out to left field. Ball in the dirt off the catcher, got time, goes to third base, misses the throw, goes into left field. The runner's going to get up. They might get 2 out of this. Runner coming home, second runner on the way, and sure enough, on the error, 2 runs will score. Number 11, Farley, and number 2, Tylee Norton, both will score. And that puts the score even in more dire strait as they come all the way around. And Taylor Price, I think that's her still up to bat. Number 22, Taylor Price, yes. I finally got one right. So 1 out, the base is clear. 3 runs in the inning. Floats another one, that's a ball. Janessa Weston on deck, I'm assuming. They're not, the changes aren't coming up here. They make them with the official scorekeeper. They're not coming up here. We have to wait till they come to the plate. We can see their number. And it looks like there might be a change down there because there's a 4 on that jersey, not an 8. So I'm not sure it's Janessa Weston. We'll have to wait and see. But at the plate, Taylor Price battling hard. And 1 out in the inning. Hits the ball into right field. It's a little looper. And over to make the play. Nice play. Went behind a tree, but made a nice play was McKenna Smith for Delta. And that'll be a fly out there. And that's to 9. So that's the second out, I believe, in the inning. And number 14 does come to the plate. That is another change. That's Brinley Luke, or Brinley Luke. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't hope I'm not insulting anybody. So Brinley Luke at the plate, batting for Janessa Weston. So we'll see if she can produce like the other substitutes that have been in. They've all produced well and made something good happen. So Luke will step into the batter's box. 2 gone in the inning. 3 across in score. First pitch is high, ball 1. Again, the winner of this ball game will move on. Ball hit sharply to third base. And across, good job once again Chase to Bliss for a nice out. That'll be 3 in the inning. And that's the third out. But again, damage is done as they get 3 more and go up 8-0 here as we get ready for the start of the fifth inning. And again, the winner of this ball game will go on to play the winner of Union and Juab, and we'll try and get you that score. So as we get ready for the start of the fifth, we'll be right back.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com. Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee shouldn't mean giving up all the things you love. Thankfully, Central Valley Medical Center's orthopedic team and Zimmer Biomet have a way to keep many patients moving. The new ROSA Knee robotic technology allows orthopedic surgeons Dr. Joel Holman and Dr. Chris Karish to personalize the approach to total knee replacement, providing a solution that works for you and your unique anatomy. Visit centralvalleymedicalcenter.com/ROSA or call and make an appointment 435-623-3200.
Welcome back, Spanish. We're just trying to figure things out here. Emery's made a grundle of changes here, and I'm not sure we can bring you all the changes, but the first pitch from the new pitcher did not turn out so well, as number 16, Madison Childs, is now throwing, and the very first pitch bounces off the leg of the Delta player, and we'll assume, well, we won't assume anything. Looks like to me McKenna Smith was the batter. She's at first base, bringing Riley Callister to the line. I believe that is Riley. And so a base on balls on one pitch. Pitch is going to be a nice blooper over the shorts. Excuse me, the right field. Falls right in front of the right fielder. And so we got business cooking here for the Delta Rabbits as Riley Callister hits a bloop single over the second baseman, drops it into right field, and advances McKenna Smith to second base. So runners at first and second, nobody out here. Abby Chase comes to the batter's box. Abby Chase in 2 at-bats has 2 strikeouts. Squares to bunt. The ball goes outside off the glove of the catcher, and it'll go to the screen, and both runners will advance. So second and third, nobody out here, and a chance for Delta to really do something here now, with Abby Chase at the at bat, Catherine Anderson on deck. Turns to bunt again, pulls it back, and it'll be ball 2 to Abby Chase. Again, the new pitcher bunts it straight in the air. This time the catcher gets back, unable to make the play, so it'll be a strike. But the pitcher again, Madison Childs, just a junior Madison Childs. And the catcher is still Erilyn Allred. So even though they batted for her, looks like they've put her back in the ball game defensively. They did Allred. Fakes the bunt again. Ball drops out of the catcher's glove, but no damage done there. Another strike, 2-2 the count. Now, as she did before, Abby Chase tries to bunt the first 2 in the left-hand position. Now turns around right-handed with 2 strikes on her. Swing and miss. Strike 3. That's kind of been the pattern all 3 times that she's batted now. First out of the ball game. Frustration for her, I'm sure. That'll bring to bat number 17, Catherine Anderson. Anderson has a single and a strikeout in this ball game. Pitch, late called strike. It just takes so long. Strike one. High chopper, third baseman jumps high to come down with it. Then the throw is over the top of the first baseman. That's going to allow one run to score. And now late break to get the second run across. She's going to make it also. So it looked like a late break, but Delta with something going here as on the error by the first baseman, the shortstop. That third base, that was a third baseman made a bad throw, and it allowed Riley Collister and McKenna Smith to both score. So Delta's on the board now with 2 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. And it also puts at second base Catherine Anderson. Ball's inside in the dirt. Nice block there by the catcher. And it'll be ball 1 to Stefanoff. On deck, Stansworth. And in the hole, Akins. Another one in the dirt. Ball goes to the backstop and allows the runner to move to third base. So on a pass ball or wild pitch, it allows Catherine Anderson to go to third base. So a runner at third, 1 away, and 2 in the inning. Catcher's going to go out and talk to the pitcher. And it is a new pitcher here. And we got some difficulty. The official score is asking me for help. That's a mess. Okay. It's nice to be right once in my life. So, with all said and done, the official had to break up the meeting on the mound or in the circle, and back to work we go here. Ooh. That was really a wild pitch on that one to Stefanoff. So 2-0 the count here, as Madison Childs really struggling to find the strike zone here. Another one high. Must have been 3-0. That's ball 4. So Stefanoff goes to first base. So runners at the corner, and into bat is Stansworth. Stansworth with a single in the 2nd inning and grounded out to shortstop in the 4th inning. Pitch, okay, there's the sign. Strike 1 to Stansworth. Question was going to be, are they going to send the runner to second here with runners at the corners? Pitch, swing and a miss there by Stansworth. Strike, 2 strikes on the batter now. 0-2 the count. 1 away in the inning on a strikeout to Chase. So Stansworth battling. Hits it sharply up the middle. Shortstop picks it up, bobbles it, does not able to get it. Looks like she was going for a double play there, because as she was ranging right towards second, had a chance but bobbled the ball. And when the dust clears, you've got Stansworth at second base, and Stansworth at first, and Stefanoff at second base, and nobody got out on that. Looked like it was going to be a sure double play there, and a bobbled ball allowed for all sorts of good things to happen for the Delta Rabbits. So a quick pitch already to Akins, 1 away in the inning once again, and just Emery had played so flawlessly now, seems to be having some real problems here. Pass ball here again goes past the catcher into the backstop, and both runners advance. And so that puts Stefanoff at third and Stansworth at second, and 2 balls on the batter. Now the first baseman's going to have a word with the pitcher, try to settle her down. Looks like she's got good stuff and things, but she's just struggling with control right now. Takes a little off that one, brings it right down the middle. Nice strike there, called strike. Just took a little bit off of her delivery, it looked like. High and outside, ball 3. 3-1 I've got here. Three and 1 the count. Tatum Akins. Iron outside. Ball 4 went clear to the backstop, missed the catcher completely. Runner was not able to score, but that loads him up now with a base on balls. So loaded bases now. No, not yet. She's on third. So Stefanoff on third, Stansworth on second, Akins on first. Batting is Madison Bliss. So Bliss has struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. I didn't get the sign there. I guess that's a ball. Just can't tell for sure. So Emery in some real trouble here. Delta already has 2 across in the inning. Ooh, that seemed like a nice pitch there. There's the call. 1-1, I believe the call is now. To Bliss. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 against Madison Bliss. That time Madison Childs brought a nice pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw down to first. Not in time. So a strikeout, big strikeout there as Madison Bliss goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. So bases loaded, 2 away, and it brings up Alexis Curtis, the pitcher for the Delta Rabbits. Childs made some nice pitches that time. First pitch is going to be outside and high. Ball 1 to Curtis. Nowhere to put her. She's the 9th batter in the inning. Now there's a called strike. 1-1 the count. Again, the score remains 8-2. Delta scored 2 in this inning to cut the lead. That's ball outside. And you're going to see what could happen here. So if Curtis were able to reach and hit one out of here, what a difference it would make. Curtis does not have a home run on the year. Swing and a miss. Late swing there. Fooled by that pitch a little bit. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 the count to Curtis with 2 away. Bases loaded for the Delta Rabbits. Oop, overhead to the backstop. Short backstop came right back to the catcher, so nobody could score on that. But that evens the score at 2. 2-2 with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. She got out of it with minimal damage done there. That's the 3rd out of the inning. So in that inning, Delta able to come up with a couple of runs there on really only 1 hit, I believe. The rest were mistakes, errors, and walks. So with 1 run on 1 hit and 3 left on base, makes the score 8-2 here, bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back.
Caring about the community in which we live is important to those at Intermountain Power Service Corporation. The Intermountain Power Project focuses on reliability, cost-effectiveness, and being environmentally responsible as one of the best coal-based power plants in America. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local economy, schools, and community organizations. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta Millard and Juab High Schools.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, visit jonesandDeMille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
I'm a mom raising
Okay,
4.
here we go with the start of the bottom of the 5th inning. I just look at the umpire. Looks like there's going to be some substitutions and changes. We'll try to bring them to you as they come in. But the Emery coach was talking to the official, and she went over to the head scorer. So there'll be some changes. We'll just have to bring them as we can because they don't report them up here. Batting right now for Emery is supposed to be number 27, Cambry Jensen, but I believe it's number 17. There's no 17 on our list. Sharp hit into left field. Number 17 hit the ball. We'll try and get that. We don't even have a 17 on our roster that we have here with us. And but she got a hit, whoever she is. Nice job getting a hit. Batting right now, number 4 is Cheyenne Jensen. So we've got number 17 is S. Johnson for Emery. She's on first base. So she was on the other list. Runner goes to second base. The throw is in time. Looks like they've got her, and they did. Nice throw, nice field. And the throw was a little off, but a good job by the shortstop, Akins, to bring that back in. Nice throw by Callister, nice strong throw. So they'll get the runner caught stealing. And that was Johnson caught stealing. Now number 4, Cheyenne Jensen, will go to first base. And she'll be a runner. So they caught stealing. New pitcher's batting now, number 16. For Aspen Taylor. Again, 16 is Madison Childs. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 quickly on Child. Again, they caught Johnson stealing second base. Ball hit down the third baseline, foul. And Cheyenne Jensen at first base. On deck, we think, Tasia Olson. Another foul ball hit down the line by Childs. She is way out in front of it. So she'll stand back in. This one she's not out in front of. Nice shot down into the left center field. Going to go all the way to the fence. Runner around third, headed for home. They're going to go for get the run here. And easily in to score is number 4, Cheyenne Jensen. All the way around to score on the hit. And it is a double by Childs and the RBI. So that makes the score 10-3 now in favor of Emery Spartans. And the pitcher, Curtis, rolls one to the plate. Batting is number 20. So Erilyn Allred back in the ball game. Last inning they batted number 24, Tasia Olson, excuse me. But they put Allred back in defensively, and now she'll bat for herself here. Ball gets away from the catcher. It's going to run all the way to the screen, and the runner Childs will come around to third base on the wild pitch or passed ball. Puts her at third base in scoring position with one away in the inning. Ball hit up the middle, fielded by the shortstop across to first base, and they'll get the out, but the run will score. So Madison Childs, the pitcher for Emery, will score there. Giving them 2 runs in the inning. Allred will get the RBI, but she'll be out on a 6-3. And into bat now, we'll get the number here, number 6. So Kezia Johnson back in to play defensively and also to bat for herself again. Farley batted last inning and did a nice job getting a single and scoring eventually. Curtis still working hard out there in the circle. That's going to be a ball. 2 balls, 3 balls looks like. I have a hard time seeing her when she puts her hands up too. She puts it up, looks like for the pitcher only. And that'll be quick 4. And that'll put Johnson on a base on ball, so the inning stays alive for the Emery Spartans. As they're up now 10-3, and the 10-run rule would come in place if they somehow scored 3 more runs here. Ball 1. I believe that's 5 in a row right there coming from Curtis. Norton at the plate, Tylee Norton, the right fielder. Ball outside, ball 2. Either Braylon Wild or McKinley Gordon will be up next. They're going to go ball 3, 3-0 there. So Tylee Norton now with a 3-0 count. Will they turn her loose or will they make her take? No, nothing to worry about, high and outside. So that will put Norton at first base and move Johnson to second base. And it will bring Braylon Wild will come back to bat for herself now. McKinley Gordon got a chance last inning to bat, and now it's back to Wild. Ripped down the left field line if it stays fair. It is fair, so they're going to get 1 across. And it goes through the end of the fence. The fence doesn't go all the way around. And so Delta catches a break there as it's a ground rule double. They were going to get 2 runs at least, it looked like, but that'll stop the runners. So Johnson will come around and score. Norton will go to third. And Wild will get a double there and an RBI. And so there's runners at first, second, and third. And really, if those 2 runs score, I believe the ball game's over. Ball hit sharply to second. Nice snag, line drive shot to second base. That'll end the inning as Taylor Price will fly out to the second baseman to end the inning. 3rd out. So that will make the score 11-3. And at the end of 5, we'll be back with the top of the 6th inning here.
For kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service.
Welcome back here at Spanish Fork Complex as we start the 6th inning now with Delta up to bat. And again, it's now 11-3. We had messed up. I messed up the last inning. I had it 2 runs for Delta when in actuality it was 3. And so that one time that I was right 2 innings ago, it all went away. So it is 3. 11-3 now for Delta. And up to bat is McKenna Smith, the right fielder. And again, the pitcher having a bit of trouble finding that plate. Childs is still in the circle for Emery.
There's
And
a
I believe with
variety
a
of
3-0
financial
count,
service.
you got a 1-1 count. Okay. Swing and a miss. That was a strike. We know that much. So I did see two fingers. The umpire, again, when she calls it, she holds it out to the pitcher, and we can't see it from back here. That ball's down the third base line. I believe it's going to be called foul. It rolled right down the line, but just as she went to pick it up, I believe it tailed off. The umpire's calling that a foul ball. And now we got all sorts of coaches coming to the mound, or coming to the plate. Emery's coach comes up and has a talk with the umpire. Delta's coach is there. We got somebody batting out of order? Or is the Emery coach making a change here of some sort in the middle of an at-bat? Okay, well, whatever it was, nobody's complaining too loudly. No punches thrown yet, so everything looks like it stays the same. It must have been a clerical error that they were fixing. Smith still at bat. And they're going to, that's a strikeout, okay. And again, her strikeout call is all kept right in front of her. We really can't see it, folks. I'm not criticizing the official. It's just from this vantage point, it's really tough to call. We're not sure what she's calling. But McKenna Smith goes down on a strikeout to start this 6th inning. First out of the inning, it brings Riley Callister up to the line, up to the batter's box. She's the leadoff batter. And she's gone to shortstop twice, and then she got a single last inning and was able to score in the 5th inning. Fouls it back, strike. So it is again 11-3 still, top of the 6th inning. Emery ahead. Pitch is outside. And again, the loser will go home in this ball game, and the winner will go on to play the winner of the game that's going on next to us. And that game between Union and Juab, and Union had a nice lead. Ball dribbled back to the pitcher, picked up by Childs, thrown out to first base. So Childs able to make that play on Callister as you go 1-3 for the second out. And a nice play by the pitcher going to the first baseman, Johnson, Kezia Johnson, in that second out of the inning. That'll bring up Abby Chase now. Abby Chase, the third baseman for Delta, has made a number of really nice plays there at third base. Done a great job, have a very strong arm. Swing and a miss on that pitch right there, and that'll be strike one for Abby Chase. Child seems to have settled down a little bit now in the circle, bringing some pitches, except for that one. As soon as I say that, she hits the batter. And so Abby Chase will take a free walk by the hit by pitch. It's a nice base on balls. It's just a little more painful. And as she continues to jog down the first baseline, that got her right in the shin. So that'll put her at first base and bring up Catherine Anderson. And that's an inside pitch, ball one. Last time up, Anderson reached on an error and eventually scored. And just when I say that Childs has settled down, now she can't find the plate. It's a hit by pitch, and then she's thrown two wild ones here to Catherine Anderson. That's a nice pitch there, I believe. Is she going to call it? Calls it a ball. Okay. 3-0 the count here to Catherine Anderson. High and outside, ball four. So two runners on now. One by hit by pitch and the other one base on balls. Two runners on. Two batters out. Top of the sixth. 11-3 the score, and Stefanoff will come to the plate. She has two strikeouts and reached on a fielder's choice. Pitch is high and outside. And I'm sorry to have jinxed her, but from the time I said she had settled down, she hasn't thrown a strike. Sorry. The announcer's curse, I guess. There she throws a strike. Nice swinging strike there. Stefanoff misses that one. 1-1 the count. Again, 2 down in the inning, 2 runners on. Outside. Ball. First 2 batters in the inning. First one was a 3-pitch strikeout, I believe. The second one hit the ball lazily right back to the pitcher who threw her out at first. Since that time, she's really struggled. Strike 2 to Stefanoff. So she's in a good spot here as Childs to try and end this inning and end the threat by Delta after 2 walks. Hitting the right field if it stays fair. Ranging over is the right fielder. And there's runners running over there. I think they're going to call it, must be calling it foul. The umpire's got her hands up. Center fielder and first baseman were on trying to get their second baseman. But it was a foul ball, so a long strike. They were running out there to get the ball as it had gone off the glove of the right fielder. She's kind of trying to stretch her back out like she's hurt her back on the dive. And again, there's a tree in the canopies in front of us, so I couldn't see the end of that play. It looked like she's going to make a great diving catch. She still doesn't have her glove on yet. No one seemed worried about it. Pitch coming. High strike, swing and a miss. All for naught. Strike 3 on Stefanoff. So that's the 3rd out. So after 5.5, the score remains 11-3 with Emery coming to bat. We'll be right back.
They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com. Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork as we start the bottom half of the 6th inning here. Emery up to bat, and they'll send up to lead off number 8, Janessa Weston. And Janessa Weston has had 2 at-bats. She's got a base on balls and been thrown out by the pitcher. I might mention the winner of this will play the winner of Union and Juab right now. Union ahead by a couple, 8-6. In a tight ball game on the field next door to us. That will be at 4:45. So the winners of these ball games will turn right around and play again. I believe that's ball 4 quickly. 4 quick ones as Curtis was unable to find the plate there, and that'll put on Janessa Weston. She'll get a base on balls. And as we look at this right now, Cambry Jensen coming to the plate, but if Emery gets 2 more, the 10-run rule will apply. And the game will be over. So another ball thrown there by the pitcher, Curtis. And we again make mention that Mid-Utah Radio, Centricom, along with KSL Sports, have made these games possible to bring them to you. A nice partnership between the 3 right now. Centricom, of course, has been carrying games in the central part of the state all year long. We really appreciate Centricom and Mid-Utah Radio, and KSL with the rights for the state championships, and so we appreciate all that goes on there and appreciate Centricom. ripped down the third baseline there by Cambry Jensen, but a little bit foul. Boy, that was a rip down that line. Might also mention our prime sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation and Jones & DeMille Engineering, Sanpete Steel, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Beaver Valley Hospital, Central Valley Medical Center, Azamite, and Beaver Medical Clinic. And they're the ones that really make it happen. Another walk here by Curtis, and that will put Cambry Jensen at first base with a walk and move Weston over to second base. Again, we mentioned 2 runs here by Emery. This ball game will be over. So Delta has to make something happen quick here. Ball hit into the air just behind shortstop. The shortstop not able to come up with it, but they got a chance at second. Oh, they go to third when they had to play at second. And as a result, everybody is safe. They had the runner at second for sure, but they made the longer throw to third, just not in time. So Cheyenne Jensen gets on an E6, and it advances the other runners. So we have 2 runners in scoring position right now. And now the coaches are conversing. I thought the coach was going to come up to bat. He grabbed the bat, but he threw it over to the sideline. There's no batter in the on-deck circle here for Emery. It should be Madison Childs unless they've subbed for her. And it looks like, okay, it is Madison Childs. And last time up, she got a double. Hits the ball to right side. First baseman gets it. She'll step on the bag. That's an out, but 1 run does score. So Childs advances the runners and gets an RBI there, as she'll be out on a fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. But it does advance Weston to home to score the first run. It puts Jensen at third and Cheyenne Jensen to second. Little change up by the pitcher Curtis, a little bit outside, ball 1. So the winning run is at third base in the person of Cambry Jensen. Hit is going to go into deep left center field. The ball is down. Run will come across to score. And I believe that will be it, folks, as the run does come in. And that makes it a 10-run lead. I believe that's ball game. And they are leaving the field. So the hit there by Allred and scores the winning run from third Cambry Jensen. So that will be the end of the ball game, as that puts Emery up 13-3. And so the official scorekeeper says it's about time. There's a lot going on. And it wasn't that there was so much going on, it's the fact that it was so fast that it was going on. And just a quick. The pitchers came quickly to the plate. Umpires kept things moving right along. So what will happen now is Delta is finished in the tournament, and Emery will move on. And they will play the winner of Union Juab, and they are locked up in an extremely tight ball game right now. So we won't know the winner of that for some time. So there's no really for no post game. Cooter has some ads that he may want to run if he'd like to. But we appreciate once again our main sponsors, and especially Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom for helping to bring these things to you all year long, for their support and the stuff in the central part of the state of Utah. Again, I admonish you to pay attention to them for great opportunities they provide for the young people of central Utah and southern Utah and all over the state, actually. So 13-3 is your final. Emery over Delta. We'll be back in a while with another baseball, softball game, and we'll be back.